What's going on? I'm showing up to your show
Live.
for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to you like a stranger.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We are live, guys. Welcome to episode 16 of Showtime in Paris. Woo, woo. Oh, y'all can't celebrate.
That's me. I'm Showtime, y'all.
Hey guys, I am your girl, Paris Lauren, and we have some interesting guests with us tonight. Introduce yourself, fellas.
Hey, it's your boy, Big Lee, and they brought me back for another week. I feel honored and special that they having me back-to-back weeks.
I mean,
He
you
exerted his
welcome,
will
you
on us.
welcome.
We didn't want him here, y'all. He forced it on us.
Right. I mean, you welcome, you welcome.
And
Ike can't introduce himself because it looked like he on mute or
Hey,
gone.
hey, don't do me like that. I was changing scenery.
Don't do that foreigner stuff. He on here stealing. Already. Come on here scamming.
my
He done got our social
goodness.
security numbers.
Look like he snuck a cell phone in the prison.
Nigga, Alcatraz. I go there, Alcatraz.
Y'all got jokes. Y'all got jokes
Look,
for my
I'm
boy.
gonna let y'all
Let
have
him
it
be.
today. Y'all got me today for sure.
Let him be. Let him be. Guys,
Hey,
so what
Over
are
there
we
looking like a
talking about?
POW. Prisoner of war over there.
What we talking about tonight?
Ike, hold on. Ike, introduce yourself, man.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Don't mind me. I've been drinking. Go ahead.
Me introduce. I'm this Ike. Y'all gonna be in for Ike 101. You know what I mean? Give you a little perspective of my idea of soulmates.
Woo.
This sounds like a topic you was built for. You like a soulmate kind of brother.
Oh,
So,
yeah, I'm gonna give y'all the real nigga perspective. That's all.
I'm excited about that. I mean, for me being the only female up here, I'm excited to hear y'all's perspective on it. So, like they said, guys, we're talking about soulmates tonight. Woo woo!
and
Really,
tell
guys, y'all supposed to celebrate with me.
Oh,
Hey, Paris, tell them where it stemmed from. Why it became a
yeah, don't just act
topic.
like we just talking about it regular. We had to scrap our regular topic because somebody went to set the internet on fire.
Really, really, really. So we are talking about soulmates because I posted the other day on my Facebook page, and my lovely friends and family chimed in. I posted on my page, I put, I promise your soulmate is not from Newburgh, New York. Not. I mean, I said it with a not. So
Oh,
this is where the topic comes from. I'm excited to jump in because they went in ham on my post and was like giving it to me.
Yeah, they up in arms, especially the people that's from Newburgh. Some people agree with you that was from Newburgh, but there's some that's like, nah, you trying to say basically people in Newburgh ain't got no souls.
Right. They did not understand the big picture. And I literally was like talking about maybe you need to leave your hometown if you're not finding your soulmate where you are. I mean, I'm from Newburgh, New York, and I'm not saying people from Newburgh do not have souls, but what I'm saying is Newburgh is a small town, it's dry. And when I say dry, the dating pool is kind of washed. People date each other. You look up the next day they dating your cousin, your auntie, everybody sharing each other. So the dating pool in Newburgh is washed.
I
Man,
thought
So
she was gonna come and take a civil approach. I thought she was gonna come on and be like, "It was just a meme I shared," but I see she been hanging around me too long. She here to get at y'all.
I mean, show you rubbing off. You rubbing off.
Fuck them people.
I was gonna say, I think you could be in a small town and still find quote unquote that person for you in that space. You know what I mean? So it's still possible, but it's just the percentage is a little bit skewed.
yeah,
I'm
Actually,
sorry, fella. Go
go
ahead,
ahead,
show.
Joe.
actually, when you move to anywhere, all you really doing is entering somebody else's small town. So it's like saying my soulmate's not from East Orange, New Jersey, but then I go to Newburgh and find somebody. So it's like your soulmate's not there probably because people know you and they already know how fucked up you are and everything you done did. Because I'm not gonna date no woman where I'm from if I know the niggas who already got the bodies. I already know some of your bodies, like you off limits to me. So sometimes she got a point where it's probably best to go somewhere and start anew. Nobody don't know your history, don't know your track record. You're the new woman in town, and you don't know everything they did, so you're not holding certain stuff against the new people you meet.
Yeah. Lee. I mean, it's
hey, I'm from Newburgh too.
And none of y'all found y'all soulmates at home, so she made it.
negative, capital N.
I'm gonna give my perspective. Could I have found a soulmate from Newburgh? Possibly, I think so. Also, got to go into the fact: do I believe in soulmates? What exactly is a soulmate? Because you could be with somebody for 16 years and then y'all get divorced. Like, but how you get divorced from a soulmate if that's somebody you're supposed to be with? But then maybe they just become friends and they're just better as friends. Who knows? So it's a lot of different things you could touch on that. There's a person I had like a fling with and from Newburgh, and this is way after, where I think different times and different circumstances, it could have been something good that came from it. My situation, I ended up finding the person I'm supposed to be with in Florida. Luckily, she from the Miami area. She was moved by me. So I think you can, but like Show said, you just moving to somebody else smaller town. But when you grow up and you seeing that same people, I think it's best to get out of that situation to establish something new. And like I said, somebody that you don't know, or somebody that your boy don't know, your boy might have had, or your cousin done had, or this and that. Yeah, somebody else cousins that had this woman, but I don't know that yet.
Yeah. I literally kind of piggyback off of what you guys said, right? If you date in your hometown, it's kind of like they know your story, like Lee said, and they know your mother, your cousins, so they're gonna underestimate the pressure that you hold, and they're not gonna look at you as somebody that's like, oh, she's exotic, she's rare, she's this, because y'all grew up together. It's just like, man, I know her, you know what I'm saying? They feel comfortable, so they're not gonna put 100% into kind of getting to know you. They're just going to feel comfortable getting to know you. And they're going to feel like, oh, I'm just dating this girl. So to me, this is my personal opinion. When you go to a new town, yes, you're in somebody else's small town, but you become rare because people don't know you and people want to get to know you. And you kind of become this person that is kind of awkward, sort of say, and awkward is good. But when you're in your hometown, you're familiar. So it's just a difference. I just think sometimes you have to step outside of your comfort zone because people don't understand the pressure you hold, and they don't look at you like, oh, he's a handsome man, he's or she's beautiful. They look at us like, oh, that's just Show, or that's Lee. You know what I mean? They may be interested, but they not gonna be 100% interested like somebody who don't know you.
So you basically saying go where you love that. And I support that for sure. I think anybody, you should go where people actually like take to you, not be in spaces where you gotta like overcome whatever their insecurities are for them to appreciate you. So I'm definitely a supporter of that. With that said, I don't really believe in the conventional idea of soulmates. Like I just don't. A lot of people do. I'm like, cool, but it's not really for me. Mine is a little bit unconventional.
So what is
And
yours?
I'll break it down like this. I'll start going now.
Break it down.
You want ass mates?
No, but I give like a little example. So let's say as a human being, right? Like there's levels of development, right? So let's just say there's 4 levels. So based on the level of person you are, you're gonna more or less be skewed to be attracted to people, and vice versa. They're gonna be attracted to you on your level. Um, I'm trying to think of an example I can give. So let's say I'm trying to think how to make this make sense. It's like okay, so let's say somebody who's a terrible communicator. You're a terrible communicator. You have problems having interpersonal relationships, things like that. Well, clearly you're not a level 4. You're like a level 1, right? So your soulmate isn't gonna be somebody who's clearly a level 4. You're gonna more or less be more compatible with people that have the same issues as you at a level 1. And why I say that is because sometimes people will be with somebody and that relationship is tedious to them. And they're saying, that's my soulmate. I'm like, no, your soulmate is supposed to be somebody who can more or less mirror you to a certain degree. So if that person can mirror you, how they're your soulmate, so they can confuse with being attracted to somebody and caring about somebody and loving somebody with that person actually being their soulmate. I think there's levels of you having to align with somebody, and that like so. My idea is there's only a certain amount of people in society you can align yourself with, right? Based on certain spaces you go into. If you go into a community with a population of 1,000 people, it might be one out of all those 1,000 people that you might be able to align yourself with. So to a degree, that person becomes your soulmate. You know what I mean? Like they more or less become your soulmate when you actually engage with them and then you grow with them. Once you start growing with them, that's when they're your soulmate. But you being able to align with them is kind of like having like good soil, because there's good soil there, something can actually grow. But if you're places where there's not good soil, nothing is going to grow there.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make
Let me
sense
ask
a
you
little?
this, though. How you don't believe in soulmates and then just gave us a 10-minute spill
I
when you need to
know.
align with the soulmate?
Because it's not
You use soulmates
necessarily
20 times, but you don't believe in
Right,
soulmates.
right. Help me
But
understand.
he said
listen.
the
I say I
unconventional.
don't believe in the conventional sense of
Uh,
soulmates. Where I think what I'm saying is just a different level of it. There's people that believe in like the soulmate thing, and I'm just like mine is a little bit non-conventional, but it just makes more sense to me.
Yeah, you make sense. I just wanted to get at you because I wanted to let you know
I
that.
got a question. I got a question for you guys. So you know how people say, okay, this woman is my soulmate or this man is my soulmate. Do buddies or friends, even if they're from the same hometown, whatever, do y'all believe in like, oh, this my homeboy, he my soulmate, like he's my soul partner, somebody I'm a vibe with?
My
Because
man,
like
are you trying to get us canceled? Are you trying to make us
I'm
make a
not trying to
statement?
get y'all canceled. Ike said it's like
You
alignment,
can with
right?
Dave
So
Chappelle.
I'm not trying to get you canceled, but what I'm trying to say is you said it's alignment. So what if you and your homeboy, y'all got the same common goals, y'all lifting each other up, like motivating each other? Is that your soulmate, like your soul friend?
Nah, he's just my friend.
Get out of here, Showy.
I got no damn soul friend. We got a new
Well,
rule. So when you do soulmate, there got to be some sex involved
Why does it have to be sex involved? Your
because I
soulmate
feel it
could
in my
be
soul when it's good.
your soulmate could be somebody that's of the opposite sex than
What?
what you're into. Like your soulmate could be your homeboy. He just somebody that you meant to kick it
so
with forever.
I swear to God, my soulmate can't be my homeboy.
so you like she's not saying on like a relationship level. It's
Thank
basically
you, Lee.
I know what she's saying. I don't like
yeah.
the
So
wording though. What's wrong
yeah,
with
but
friend?
because when you asking, it's like what we term soulmate is like you thinking of that relationship type thing. So if you telling me that, you telling me like if I consider
I'm about to say, nigga, you my
soulmate,
soulmate?
it's so my soulmate, then it's like to me we might look at it as funny from where we from, and it's like
Y'all said a key word. Where you from? But why not be open minded to like? There's plenty of girlfriends that I've been rocking with forever from my hometown. Those are my soul sisters. Like we gonna be sisters forever. So I think that you could
Y'all
find your
legit-
soul
y'all
friend
legit-
in your hometown.
yeah.
y'all
So
legit
it's like
together?
my soul brother, like, but like Show and Ike are two of my closest friends. We bond over different things, and we got that connection. But I wouldn't be like, nah, they my soulmate. They my closest friends.
But
I
you
just
would say
met,
that's your brother though, right? Like would
yeah,
you say, yo, that's like my brother?
yeah.
That's
They
like your
like
soul brother, like
my
your
brother.
soulmate.
I just, it's one of those things we never thought about, never think about. When he's talking soulmates, it's more of like trying to find that partner. So soul brother sound better than soulmate, as excuse me, Jamal
Listen,
Chisholm was
if
saying.
one of my friends called me a soulmate, he done lost a friend. I ain't answering no more.
See, this is the thing. Like, people don't understand. Like, even with my posts, right? It's like the bigger picture. Like, people sometimes, to me, this is just me speaking hypothetically. People have a one track mind. Like, you have to be open to different things and you can't block nothing out. The world is changing. And for me, even the word soulmate can apply to anything, right? It could apply to a friend, anything could be my soul person, the person that I'm willing to grow with forever. And for me, when it comes to soulmate that you're in a relationship with, it's hard to find that in your hometown. And sometimes it's hard to find soul friends in your hometown too. Like a majority of my friends, my real close friends, are not from my hometown. And it's because I outgrew a lot of females from my hometown. So my soul sisters are where I planted my head, like my seeds and everything. And my soulmate was not where I'm from. So I think sometimes you got to step outside your comfort zone and level up, because so a lot of times when you're used to your hometown, especially if you're from a small town, people are complacent and they're stuck and comfortable. And if a person likes to grow, I think you have to grow outside of your comfort zone. It's tough to say, oh yeah, I'm gonna find my soulmate here, but you and your soulmate will live in that same place for a long time, or y'all will always be kind of like, to me, y'all will be behind the 8 ball because y'all so familiar, y'all get bored with each other, then y'all end up cheating. Sorry.
We cheat when we not bored.
So how long? Before I do that, y'all want to get into some of these comments because we gotta.
Oh yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it.
We want to make sure that these people that are tuning in, we thank y'all.
Yes, thank you
see
guys.
The feedback, so don't think we don't see the feedback. I see it all coming in. And,
we just talk a lot.
We just getting into the flow of it.
It's them. I tried to put it up there. They was just over talking.
It's the wine. It's not us. It's the wine, baby.
So I don't know. Show you want to run it?
I'll see what I could do. Hold on.
You can run it, or I can run it.
Nah.
Hey, Star.
Have a seat. Oh, y'all see it up there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Star, what's going on?
Hey, Star.
Loyal friend.
Yo, I'm
my
still
soulmate.
Okay, Ike. Well, welcome back, folks. Hey.
Jay Gray, what's good? Gray. We ain't seen you in a minute.
We ain't seen you, girl. I say it depends. The old saying, us sometimes have you to change your demographics, but if you are not flexible when it comes to dating, then you tend to date and everything that comes your way. I agree with her.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to change your demographics sometime, but most people stay where they're at. A lot of us, we all moved a few times. Leroy, me, you. A lot of people moved around, and when you move around, you meet more people, you get more open, and you're more lonely, so you're more liable to let somebody in. When you go somewhere and you don't know nobody, you get to hanging with somebody more often. When you home, you just see people when you see them, so I think you're less susceptible to even be open. I
agree. I'm itching to say this, show. Hold on. So this on Jay Gray's question, right? Sometimes, right? So for me, I don't like New York men. I used to date New York men. I don't like New York men. You got to step outside of your demographic. You got to step outside of your demographic to see what kind of man you like. I love a Southern man, a Southern hospitality, Southern twain. You know what I'm saying? Just
you don't like the New York hospitality?
Hey,
I'm a sucker for that Southern love. I can't do that hard New York thug love. I can't do it. Not saying all New York men are thugs, but men in New York, they love hard. I ain't about that life.
New York, come take up for yourself. Don't let nobody over here talking crazy.
No, New York man, I can't do it. I've done it for too many years. They too hard, man, for me. And the heartless thing ain't for me. I need a man to be into me daily, show me the utmost affection.
Got to get money and love you so intimate. Like, that's tough, man.
That's not tough. Them Southern men is winning right now, and I'm telling you, ladies, tap in. Them Southern men is where it's at. Step outside your comfort zone.
Don't listen to her. I hate when people say they don't like men from
Linda.
Listen, I hate when people say they don't like men and women from certain places. It's different kinds of people from certain places. You got the thug Lee, like a Southern hospitality man from New York.
Oh, Lee a sucker for love.
Damn, you want to get that? First of all, Lee, he's trying to attack you from Alcatraz. His picture ain't even on thing.
Man.
I know.
Hey, a lover boy from New York. I rock with it.
Lee is a rare New Yorker. That's what Lee is. He's a diamond in the rough.
I'm from Port St. Lucie now, but
see, he don't even claim New York. Listen, he don't even claim Newburgh. He sound like an Erica Mena or a Partisan Fontaine. Come on, claim your hood.
I always claim it, Newburgh till I die. But I live in Port St. Lucie now.
So you okay?
Basically, fuck Newburgh. I feel you.
Don't say that, show now. That's too much.
I'm telling you what he said. I went through there before.
I know. Cool. I brought him through. Nah, it's always gonna be Newburgh. Like I said, it's in my blood. I make sure my kids know it and all. Newburgh.
Yes. I took my kids home. I took my kids to Newburgh. They was like, "Mom, can you lock the doors when we leave?" And I'm like, "Listen, Linda." And to me, I don't know. I'm from Newburgh and I love Newburgh to my core, but I just wouldn't date. I wouldn't. I love it, but I wouldn't date there anymore. I'm off the market anyway, but still.
It's all hypothetical here.
Whatever.
Like people I went to college with, they already know NBNY all day.
NBNY. I mean, Lee, you know how it is where we from. Everybody know each other.
Oh,
everybody, y'all don't know everybody where y'all from.
Oh, everybody.
It's a
people,
population of like 30,000, and we had when me and Paris went to high school, we had one high school.
One.
So now they break it up to more. They got two of them, I think.
They got annexes.
Yeah. So, but when we had one high school, so even if you don't know them personally or you ain't really speaking, me and Paris ain't speaking high school like that, but we knew each other. I knew who
y'all just don't want to, y'all being real nice about it. The real problem with dating at home is you see a good looking girl, you like her, then your boy texts you and be like, yo, man, my man ran a train on her 2 years ago. And then you look crazy, then you got to leave, you got to break up with your girl. So you got to go meet a girl from not where you from because you don't want to hear about everything your girl did before you and who was what. Oh, yeah, that's the girl we peed on. You don't need all that in your life.
but that's why I say like dating from home could be nice too because you actually have an idea of who that person is. You know what I mean? So like that's why I'm like, there's good to it, but then there's also bad to it,
Yeah.
Unless you met them in high school before they got to get their numbers up, you probably gonna find your soulmate outside of your town.
Yeah, but like say for example, you date somebody, little sister or little brother. It's always gonna be, oh, that's your little brother, that's your little sister. You're gonna have that awkward relationship to me. Like I don't want to date somebody that be like, oh, I know your brother, your mother. I want to introduce somebody to my mom. I don't want to be like, oh, you knew my mom from the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not fun.
I know your mom from the streets though.
Yeah, I'm about
what church.
I'm not saying the streets like that. Like did I say the streets? See, y'all not from Newburgh, so
Mom
Newburgh is like
this shit. Got the rag.
No! Hold on, let me get another sip of wine because y'all tripping.
Hey, Mom, she talking crazy about you.
No, I'm not saying like from the streets.
Friends know her mom from the streets.
I was a good woman. Yeah.
No, I'm not saying like that. I'm talking about from around the way. Like I grew up on a popular street. Lee, did you grow up on Du Bois Street?
Yeah, my grandmother is Zachary's. I'm a Zachary.
See, I know his grandmother, his aunties, his cousins. That's awkward to me, huh?
To me, how's that awkward? Like I feel like the more I know, if I like somebody and I care about them, the more I know about them, the better. If their family, if I already got a relationship with their family, that's even better. That's like the top tier cosign to me.
But isn't the point of being with somebody getting to know them when you already know them? It takes a little bit of the fun out of it. I don't want nobody to be like, oh, I knew you since you was a little girl and be that comfortable with me. Get to know me.
It's different knowing you that way and then knowing you when trying to date you because you got to know how they are one-on-one in the house all the time, relationship-wise. Walking by saying, hey, Paris, ain't getting to know you.
But you could have been one of my brother's friends staying the night over my house every night. And you know what I'm saying?
And he seen that ass, and that's when he knew he wanted to holler.
Let me say this. Like,
that's how it happened.
I don't get excited to date. Like, to me, dating isn't exciting to me. So, like, I would love to, like, just know the person already and everything else. Dating is a process, And then when you're fortunate enough to engage with the right person, yeah, you will enjoy it. But I don't like trying to figure who somebody really is from who they're faking like they are and all these other dynamics that I don't think, I think the main reason why a lot of people don't even like the dating scene is what you described for the most part, Paris.
I mean, I respect what you're saying, but I think it takes a little bit of the excitement out, right? I want to kind of get to know somebody. I don't want to just know them off the back. I want to figure them out. It's kind of like you want to know them as a person that you perceive them to be and then the person you know them to be. So it's kind of like, to me, dating is when you're in the dating phase, it's supposed to be fun. And I think knowing somebody from when you grew up, it takes a little bit of fun out of it. Knowing what they've been through and all of this and all of that, it leaves some stuff for you to feel comfortable. Then you searching for something else in somebody else. That's just my opinion on it.
From the energy I get on social media, a lot of ladies claim to be pulling out clowns in this fun basket that you're talking about. So that's why I'm like, I hear what you're saying, but I'd rather like have an idea of who somebody really is. And to me, the dating process, a lot of times you don't. It's kind of like a free-for-all, and then you figure that person out as you go.
Are you missing the point that nobody wants people to know who they really are?
I know. Stop.
If you find out who people really are too early, no, everybody would be single. Everybody doing fuck shit.
I beg to differ. Nobody will ever know who I really am at the core. And well, I can't.
Well, not at the core, just some of your business.
Nobody knows all of my business. Nobody's ever gonna really know.
Newberg, come out. Unveil Paris has challenged y'all.
Come out, bring them out.
Hey, Paris.
We're gonna find out today.
So let me ask you this then: if you don't want that person that might have like you grew up with or something like that, do you think that might be your soulmate? You limiting who might be your soulmate?
Spicy. So I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna be just transparent with you, right? And there's a lot of people probably that are watching this video that grew up with me. I was an underdog growing up, and for me, it was like I may miss out on my soulmate, but if you didn't appreciate me and try to, date me while I was around, don't try to do it when I glowed up. You know what I'm saying? So to me, nah, I wouldn't care. I would block it because growing up, guys didn't pay me no mind. I was a skinny little pea. You know what I mean? People like, oh, you like my brother, you like my homie. They didn't respect me as a female. So, it's like, nah, I couldn't do it. That's just me.
I see where your perspective is coming from now.
You coming from back then? They didn't want me. Now I'm hot.
Now I'm hot. They all on me, baby.
It's time to be all on you, though.
Listen. Go to this comment right here, right from He said you was always the homie. Now imagine how a female feel when she hears something like that. Like, would a female be like, "Oh, that's my soulmate"?
Like, you don't want to be solid.
The homie.
The homie mean you have
you want everybody smash. Like, you can't. You want one another. You want everyone smashing, or you want to be the homie. Like,
so then when he go back to his boys, he like, no. Then he go back to his boys. I smashed the homie. That's embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? I want somebody to go back to their boy, and be like, yo, I met this fine young girl. I'm trying to get to know her. Something like Lee did.
So let me say this though, like, but when sometimes, like, let's say you're around niggas and they take you as the homie, you kind of more protected and cherished, because if another dude come around, like, he got to kind of act right because of the people around you that love and respect you and see you as the homie. So there's positives to being the homie as well.
That's when you're the real homie. Sometimes everybody's sleeping with a girl, so she the homie. But then sometimes you
talking about the homie, not the homie.
Yeah, sometimes you're not desirable, so you the homie.
the homie.
It's two different homies. Like, you the homie, like, we all fuck on her, the homie, or
right? You run trains on her, homie.
You the homie.
Thanks, Ricky. I'm glad I'm the homie.
No, you're not the homie anymore. You was always the homie. Past tense.
Oh, you know what, show? You dropping jewels on me. Let me give me some more wine.
And I'm about to go back to hey, my boy Dre Smith is in the house. He said, I second that. I'm rare when I travel everywhere.
Amen.
Hey, Dre Smith, my guy.
My guy.
my boy Chiz is here.
Dre, my soulmate.
Jay Gray said, and everyone is not dating or relationship material.
No,
honestly, that's the point. If it's not me, you're probably not a good relationship material. It's just me.
Wait, what do you mean if it's not you? You saying you the best of the best?
I'm the only good relationship person. If you know how they say you send wrong people the news, if you're not sending like the news to me, don't send nobody in. If you know what I'm saying, if you want a relationship,
that's wrong.
Don't get in a relationship. I'm the last good person left. All y'all are fucked up now.
Ooh, he got some nerve, y'all.
I'm the soulmate around here.
Listen.
So he
got some nerve. He got some nerve.
I'm the soulmate. I'm the only one that works.
What makes you rare? I mean, people probably know you from your hometown. They probably like he regular schmegular.
Right now, if they in the comments right now, they're gonna type that was my soulmate.
Negative. They probably be like, you know what? I'm glad I passed up because that's the homie.
Hey,
they know I ain't their homie.
Dre said, "This is the Ike because you're Nigerian. You polyamorous."
Oh, he Nigerian? Are you polyamorous?
Yeah, Nigerian.
I'm whatever she want me to be.
You're a soulmate, brother. That's how
you're a soulmate. You're a soul brother.
What that asks the question: can we have multiple soulmates?
Yes, I got a big soul.
Yeah, like I said, I think you have multiple people you can align with. And then based on how much you invest in that relationship, then y'all could become soulmates.
I don't trust niggas who use the word align.
Why? You petty.
Nah, when you start talking that align and the universe and all that, I'm watching you.
Woo,
then you got
so petty.
The African Aristotle. Tony, LOL. Chill. Dan Kahaifa, nah, that's just my boy. None of my boys better not call me their soulmate. LOL.
Ooh, you my
Yeah, I ain't
soulmate.
rocking with that.
You
But
trying to rewrite the
that's what I'm
rules.
about.
She going with the
I
new
get it.
world.
Soul brother sound better than soulmate.
My soul brother.
Men don't speak that language like that.
Y'all petty.
Jay Gray said, I said it depends. The old saying is sometimes we read that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, soul brother. What Jay Gray say again? And everyone's not meant to date or get involved in a relationship either. Tony is enjoying the conversation.
Hey,
Tony has done it again.
Tony.
St. Louis said, "What's up, folks?
What's up?"
My cousin Chaz. That's hard. No New York man.
Negative.
Then
He asking y'all or me.
You.
Watch him out.
You a
Watch him out, homie.
And then she gonna give Lee the pass. Oh well, Lee's good.
Yeah. Said who hurt Paris?
A lot of people. A lot of people. Listen, I'm damaged, baby. I'm toxic, baby.
Then Dan said Paris lover, stop playing.
Negative.
St. Louis said, wow. My boy Big Woog said NBNY.
Hey, Woogie.
NBNY still. You see us out there. The real snack doctor. I hate that.
Hey, the snack doctor. Snack doctor. What the world?
Don't try to inquire about his name.
Hey, Pretty Ricky says we winning.
Hey, Ricky.
Yeah, but
Chiz said Lee bougie now.
Oh, I see you. You done change.
Same nigga. And the snack doctor said, where the fuck is Newburgh? It's New York. Newburgh, New York.
We back to our soulmates topic. Like what Lee was saying earlier about soulmates, he was like, are you really soulmates if you break up? And this, that. I think soulmates are like best friends. You can have a partner, but you might not have a soulmate. You know what I'm saying? Soulmates are rare. Soulmates is when shit going real smooth. Like you meet somebody and you don't got to change the way you live because it fits into their program already.
Woo.
You know what I'm saying? You can have a good girlfriend and or boyfriend and you can make it work. But a soulmate is you just meet somebody and it naturally flows. Y'all best friends with sexual benefits. Like you just
you dropping that heat. This the show I know. Where you been?
So you could use the word alignment.
Yeah, fuck alignment. But yeah, alignment, soulmate, whatever verbiage you want to use. But I think a soulmate is when it comes easy and you really want to hang with that person, not because you obligated, not because it's your girl, so you got to give her a certain amount of time. It's like you looking for that person. When you on the road and you see something funny happen, you call that person before you call anybody else.
Show. Listen, I gotta drink my wine. You dropping jewels. Drop some more, show. Go ahead.
Most people don't meet that. You just meet somebody that you sexually attracted to and y'all can work and it works for you. Like it's a good relationship and y'all do enjoy each other. But a soulmate is like you met that person. It's like you in another form. And
yes, it's like you automatically know that person, even if you just met, like you've been together for a month. You just feel comfortable. You just live and breathe that person. It's a natural.
Everybody's soulmate. That's me.
Let me add to the soulmate conversation, right? So I believe because people think like they just wake up and then they're supposed to meet their soulmate randomly.
Heck no.
I think you put in real work. Like I feel like when it comes to like finding yourself, I think the closer you come to finding yourself is the closer you will come to finding your soulmate as well.
Y'all drop. See, I'm glad I'm on the show with y'all tonight. Listen, somebody said, who hurt you? It takes people to hurt you in order for you to find who you truly are. So a lot of people hurt me. You know, I've been hurt, baby. So it took for me to go through that anguish and pain to find my soulmate and find what truly makes me happy. I'm hurt, baby.
Like to be able to love people, you're gonna get hurt, and through that process, you grow as a human being, and you become a better version of yourself.
Woo! So, y'all dropping that heat tonight on your girl.
What's the time frame? Like when you dating someone, or after is it just something like you said instantly you're gonna feel, or just over time you like, man, this is my soulmate after all, and or just something that y'all grown so close together that it became that. Like can it be developed?
I think that's the thing. I think when you meet somebody, the more you guys align together, there's going to be that closeness, right? So when you meet somebody and you guys kind of just click on certain levels that you probably never clicked on with other people, that means you guys align together. And then once you invest in each other in the relationship sense, that's when like that soulmate aspect of it grows. But like I said, you could meet somebody, you guys are aligned, but if you never invest in that relationship, then they'll never really grow into a soulmate type of thing.
Yeah. I piggyback off of that. I mean, it's no real time frame. You just meet that person and you just feel comfortable because you have so much in common, and that person challenges you in ways that you want to be challenged. You feel like that person is just you in another body. And like Show was saying earlier, you don't feel like that person is nagging you or bothering you. It's just a natural feeling. So even if it's a month and that person makes you feel like that, you should inquire, is this person my soulmate? Do I have to move different? Because that feeling is very rare that you get from people, right? You don't feel comfortable with one where you could be your true form of yourself. Like Show said, everybody's pretending to be somebody else or somebody that they're not. So when you find your soulmate, you are yourself. I could wake up with my bonnet in my head, on my head. I could wake up with a stinky breath. I don't have to put makeup on because my soulmate is somebody who's going to appreciate me done up, done down, stinky breath, brush teeth, anything. Just somebody I could be a true form of myself with. And to me, that's your soulmate.
Well,
Your
and let me
soulmate gonna tell you go brush your teeth.
well, let me.
He better not, because I'm gonna lick him in his face.
There come like I said, that's why I'm like, you have to find yourself, because once you're comfortable enough with yourself to that degree, then you'll be able to be that sense of self around anybody, and then that way now you can receive that person that actually appreciates you for you being you, more than a lot of people that fake who they are to form a relationship with somebody. So you think you found your soulmate, it's just somebody fronting every day like, oh, you like pink, I love pink, and it's like,
Right.
they don't like pink, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm like, when you actually yourself and you find yourself, that's when you can kind of engage with somebody else and be able to find your soulmate better.
Hi, fellas. I just got a quick question. Ike said, find yourself, right? Do you truly think that it takes for you sometimes to step outside of your comfort zone to really find yourself? Because to me, if I still lived in Newburgh, New York, I would not have found myself. So I would not have found my soulmate, because people enable you where you're comfortable. They don't challenge you to be better. You get so comfortable that you're just getting up every day, going to work, forgetting to do yourself up, going to the corner store with a bonnet on your head. Sometimes you have to find yourself by challenging yourself, stepping out on faith, going into another demographic, going into another town to see how you maneuver. And that's where the real test is going to come from. So to me, like Ike said, you can't find your soulmate till you know yourself. But in order to know yourself, you have to step out of your comfort zone. This is why you cannot find your soulmate may not be from Newburgh, New York.
One thing real quick, Paris. Lift your camera up. Let everybody see.
I'm about to
your
say,
face.
unless you just
Oh,
wanna show off-
listen, I'm on a roll right now, baby. I'm drinking my wine.
I think she thought her chin was cute.
Yeah.
My chin is really cute. I mean, whatever.
That mic big as hell. You nasty, bro.
Listen, I like big mics. Go ahead, baby. Let's talk.
Pause. The next soulmates.
So we jump back into some of the comments. Star, we did talk about the having more than one soulmate. She had to jump off, which I'm gonna get at you later. So you
That's a replay.
And then Rick said, "Do you believe in soulmates?" I think. Do everyone here believe in it?
Nah,
Yeah, if you got one, you got one. I don't believe in it, but you can have one. It works.
Not conventional sense.
Is your
this deep, brother.
soulmate your
Get this
is
deep
your
nigga out of here.
Is your soulmate your twin flame?
No. Your twin flame is somebody who is totally opposite from you, but you still kind of relate to a certain degree, right?
That sounds toxic.
Yeah, so your twin flame is like your toxic person. Your soulmate is somebody who you have things in common with, and you just vibe with that person. This is my own personal opinion. My twin flame is going to be the opposite. That person, I'm really outspoken, really extrovert. My twin flame may be an introvert and have other things that are similar, like we like to paint. But my soulmate is going to be somebody who's like me. You know, we could just vibe and just chill. They may have some opposites, but most likely they're more similar to me than opposite.
So what if your soulmate's married from Chris?
Then they with the wrong soulmate. That means you need to break that shit up.
No comment.
I'm not trying to hate on your relationship, but this is my soulmate. You with the wrong woman.
No, if your soulmate is married, that's not your soulmate.
Like
No, they married the wrong person. They need to fix it.
Well, you saying like Alicia Keys did the Swiss Beats?
Yeah, he was like, "Hey, that's my soulmate. Yeah, I gotta go."
She snatched that nigga. She said, "Hold on, girl, you with my soulmate.
Gotta get out of here."
Big Wook said there is no limit on love or meeting your soulmate.
Okay, Wook.
Women try to push it, but the man has to be ready to leave them other hoes alone.
A man knows off the back who he want to be with. He know how to maneuver when he find the one that's rare and that's a jewel. He knows off the back. It don't take him 6-7 months. He's still gonna move around them hoes because his ego is gonna be up for his boys. He don't want to let his boys know that he's different. But when he got that one jewel, you best believe he's gonna make sure he keep her in the corner pocket and the mother hoes in the front of the pool table.
Well, you young. You busting freestyles and shit into the mic. You ain't got that mic for nothing. Let me hear something. She said, she did the hand moving and everything, keep them hoes in the
Come with, like a battle. I said, "Hey, yeah." I'm loud, too loud in here. Got my wife and kids sleep.
Lee about to get put out. You gonna get
my head like I'm in the club or something. Nah.
If she a soulmate, she already know you was gonna do that.
Right. She felt that.
True. I don't know. She might be my twin flame. But I ain't gonna lie. I don't even know what a twin flame was, so I'm gonna keep it.
But it sounded like y'all.
I ain't know what it. I just found out what it was right now. So
I'm glad we had a resident twin flame expert because I didn't know what the fuck that was.
Right?
Must be a girl thing. Men don't do all that.
I almost skipped over that, Star. To be honest with you. Can a person be your soulmate and not be in a relationship with you?
Yeah. As long as they not married, though.
See, that's what I said. For me, nah. Like that's what I said. Like again, it's about alignment. So if I align with somebody and I just choose not to pursue that relationship, then it's not a soulmate. You know, I feel like the soulmate is when you pursue. Like, let's use Swiss Beats and Alicia Keys. They were spending a lot of time together, and in that relationship, that alignment was growing. And then that's probably when it transitioned to soulmates, and then now he caught up. So it's kind of about what you invest your time into.
Yeah, but why he had to hurt his wife like that, though? You know what I'm saying? You don't do that.
I don't encourage it. I'm like, you could tell when you vibe with somebody and kind of be like, hey, I got a commitment to my wife, my situation, and I'm good. I'm not gonna pursue this. That's why I said he pursued it because he kept on entertaining it.
He liked the way it made him feel. He liked the way it made him feel, and then he didn't want to hurt his wife. But sometimes people are selfish when it comes to certain things, and finding your soulmate is somebody who's going to make you do things outside of your normal character. So if somebody is married and they vibing with somebody else and they feel that that's their soulmate, the best thing for them to do is be honest up front and say, hey, listen, I don't think this is working out. I'm vibing with XYZ instead of trying to see two people at the same time. That is not cool. But you can't find your soulmate in somebody else because people change over time. We don't remain the same. So if you marry somebody when you're young, that person may not be the same when you're in your 20s or your 30s, whatever the case may be. So that person may evolve into a person that's not your soulmate. And if you outgrow that person or you feel like you're missing something, at that time, you need to have a conversation. Hey, buddy, or hey, miss, I don't think that it's working out, and I don't want to hold you hostage to love. Your soulmate may be in somebody else because you don't want to continue to waste their good years.
Well, let me ask you this, but then to me, that's inconsistent with soulmate, right? Because my whole thing is when you're with your soulmate, you guys actually grow together. So in the process of growing together, you guys are always going to kind of be aligned with one another. You're not soulmates if you grow together and you grow apart. To me, then you were soulmates. You were just two individuals that got together that try to make it work, but that's not a soulmate to me.
I agree with you, but at times when we're young and we're immature and our feelings kind of get the best of us and we're not thinking strategically, we may put the label of soulmate by somebody who we think is our life partner because we're thinking with the wrong head, if you will. So no, I don't think that's the case. And I agree with you. That's not your soulmate if you don't grow with that person, because you grow with that person. You're equally yoked with that person. So that's why it's so important when you in your 20s or your early 30s, you don't get in these relationships where you think somebody is for you because they may not be your soulmate. So you don't, to me, the 20s and 30s should be your trial period where you're just playing the field. And then when you're in your mid 30s, then pursue your soulmate or whatever the case may be, because you're getting all of that extra stuff out of your system, and you're mature enough to know, hey, I need to move forward. I want to have a family. I want to have a house. I want to have this. I want to have that. You got to kind of be strategic with it.
Listen up. We've been lying to the American people.
We've been lying. You've been lying.
Listen, we've been lying.
Why
are we acting like, what people say, wait till you older or whatever? You know the reason why people find they different soulmates? Because when you young, you don't got shit and you're not your good self yet. So you think that you kind of settled. So you like whoever liked you at the time because you didn't know who you were going to be. And then you become Swiss Beats and you like, I got this girl right here, but I'm really a Alicia Keys type of nigga. And that's what really happens. It's like you rush, instead of just dating people and waiting to see who you're going to be as a finished product, men get women when they feeling lonely and vulnerable. And then they glow up and they got a whole nother level of women that they can get. And now they stuck in a relationship they really wouldn't have been in if they knew they were going to be at this height. And some people,
this for myself, that has never been the case. I want what I want since day one.
Nigga, you single.
So,
he tried it. He tried it.
I'm fucking with him.
Single, but I choose to be single. It's like I could be in a relationship, but I'll be in a relationship with people I don't want, and I'll be in the situation that you just described. So I choose.
So you're doing it the right way. You're waiting.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
You're gonna get your Alicia Keys and Beyonce now, so you don't gotta leave your Oprah. No, I'm just I'm just joking, bro. Nah, but for real, he waiting because he know he deserve more. He don't want to have to break somebody's heart.
But yeah, I bet you he's like in his mid-30s, right? Because he's more mature that he knows not to get in these unmeaningful relationships.
If you're gonna
I've been like that since I was a kid. Like it was like I never wanted to be in a relationship that I didn't see how it served the things that I wanted in life. So for me, especially even early on, like let's say 18 and up, I'm like, well, look, I'm not gonna marry somebody at 18, so I'm not gonna be invested in a relationship. While I knew people that were, and I'm like, hey, good for them. That didn't service me. I just felt like, me engaging with different people and growing myself and finding myself better serviced me in the relationship that I wanted in the future, more than being in a relationship with somebody and not even know what I wanted.
Yeah, that's respect and that's your story, right? But you do have some people who don't have that mindset and want to get in these relationships and be posting Facebook pictures with this woman next or this man this minute, and it's meaningless, right? And it could lead to destruction. It could lead to mental destruction, physical body deterioration, just everything. You could lose years of your life running behind somebody you're not meant to be with. So to me, the best advice is to be by yourself and get to know yourself and your self-happiness before you get in these meaningless relationships, because you'll look up, damn, I done spent 5 years with this girl and I'm not even gonna be with her forever.
Yeah, and I think it's tougher for women to certain degrees, because at times if they're with a guy, the guy's kind of leading the way. So she's caught up in investing so much of her like self in him that she doesn't have a sense of self. So sometimes when the relationship is over, she's just kind of like I think it kind of hits them a little bit more, because of how they do get invested. So that's why I'm like, the sooner you find yourself, the sooner you can actually engage in relationships that serve a purpose for you, more than just the whole, needing somebody because you're lonely,
Nailed it. Guys got an expiration date for me. Listen, by year 1.5, if you don't know you want to be with me for the rest of your life, you're expired. On to the next. You're not my soulmate. I don't know who you are at this point. I'm treating you like a regular schmegula. You know what I mean? I may have sex with you, but I don't want nothing else but sex. Get out. Bye. I'm not calling you. I'm a dog at the end of the day. Because people treat people how they want to. And I'm not going to sit here and waste meaningful time on somebody that's not willing to be with me to the core or not my soulmate. So the old me, right? Like when I was in my 20s, I would dog somebody out, they dog out, because those things did not mean anything. We're different. You know what I'm saying?
All right, we got some more comments. Tony, I agree. Being able to be vulnerable with someone and feel safe is precious. You're gonna love this one, Paris. Patrice.
Really? Did he really do that? Patrice,
are you anti Newberg now?
No, I love Newberg. I'm always in Newberg. No, I'm never anti Newberg. But what I'm saying is Newberg did not have the pool of people that interest me and were able to level me up. So it's more so I'm not anti Newberg. It just, I love everybody there, but I didn't find my soulmate there. I found some soul.
She's basically saying y'all the homies.
What Newberg did to her.
Newburgh is the homies now.
Newburgh is the homies. No, I'm not saying it like that. I'm gonna just tell the viewers a sneak peek real quick, right? There's this guy that I went to high school with. His name was Edmund Parker, and then this guy, his name was Robert something. He lived on the Bush Street, Lee. So I got put in a locker when I was in high school, right? I got put in a locker, and they had spoiled milk in the locker, and I'm in there, and I'm like, I'm in the locker, and it was this guy named Edmund Parker's locker, right? So that's one incident in high school, right? So then one time I had a white shirt on in high school, and what's this guy's name? His name was Rob. I think he passed away. God bless him. He hit me in the head with a Snapple bottle, and I had on a white shirt. It was a new white shirt. I thought it was cute, but then I had red Snapple all over my shirt, bro. Like I wasn't the sugar honey iced tea in high school.
We don't behave like that in White Plains. That's some you. Upstate.
That's some movie stuff right there. That's some stuff you see in a movie, man.
And also, Pat Rice is behind her. It's Paris now.
Hey, man, don't call me out like that. The nerve.
Chid said, I agree. You have to do things that you are not comfortable doing. Dan said, Big Rick said, damn, she putting people on blast.
My bad.
Paris got bars. You don't have to be in a relationship to be a soulmate. Sometimes timing is everything. You happen to meet your soulmate at the wrong time. Soulmates don't outgrow each other. They grow together. Big facts, bro. Tony, there are no rules in love. Rick says, so what about the people that have been together since high school? I know a lot of couples that are vested and happily married, or at least portray themselves that way.
Yes, at least portray themselves. Are they really happily married, or he been smashing that same cooch since high school, and he like, damn, this thing like sandpaper now, or this thing whack. I'm gonna go to sleep to her, wake up like, God damn, I done seen the same face. It just got older. No, like
I'm gonna believe they love each other for real.
Woog said he writing an essay here and y'all switching topics. Hey, Woog, send it. We'll get back to it. You able to still send it? You seen that one? Tony said she got a drinking game tonight. Anytime you hear Soulmates, Alignment, and Newburgh, take a shot.
I love her. Alignment.
Yep. And then Woog, my bad. So that's all the comment. We caught up on it. So like I said, with the soulmates to me is I don't know. I believe in it, but it's to me, like I said, it's something that you grow with, something over time that's gonna develop with your partner, and it's not something that just happen instantly to me. That's like saying, can you love at first sight? Is that true?
I think it is.
Yes.
You could fall out of the love at first sight once you realize they ain't shit. But if the
Amen.
right one guy and I see him, I love him.
Heck yeah.
As soon as I see the misalignment, I'm good.
But you loving the physical aspect of her.
No, that's not it. Look.
You loving the lust moment.
I work like this. I work backwards. When I meet a person, right? I meet them at their highest self. I think highly about them. And so I meet them, they're flawless, they're perfect at that moment. And then when you start learning little shit about them, like, oh, she did this, oh, she don't like that, you start knocking them down. Really, it's hard for somebody to build their.
So they got report cards?
Yeah. Really, honestly, really, I meet you and I give you this much credit. It's like if me and Ike was chilling, right? I just think he cool already. Then I find out he come on my crib, he go on my refrigerator, don't ask. Then he drops some shit on the floor. And then $5 come up missing. I'm like, oh, get this nigga the fuck out of here. But we started off here. So, that was my guy.
Basically, with show, you got nowhere to go but down.
Yeah. If I like you and it feels good at the moment, I'm gonna hold you in that moment. But usually humans do some shit to fuck it up, so it don't last long. But when
so who hurt you? Who gave you trust issues?
Actually, really nobody.
It's like you got some trust issues.
Hey, Lee knew me my whole life. Lee, who hurt me? I've been kind of fucked up. Lee been trying to get me to soften up. I've been like this kind of. Yeah, I don't really trust people. I don't really. You gotta love the right people. You can't really just go into it fucking with the wrong people.
For me, I want to say like I'm a natural loving person, and I just try to take people for who they are. So
Fucking
for
for
me, I
love.
don't feel like I
Yeah,
try to.
fucking for love. Get him, Lee. Lee ain't forget.
Right?
Let me say
I've been
that.
waiting for that moment now.
But now, like I take people for who they are. Now, when you start moving in ways that don't really align with me, then I'm good. I don't take it personal. Like you could do something I think is corny, but hey, that's who you are, and that might work for you in your life, and you might align with somebody else, and it's all good. But for me, I'm good, so I don't take it personal. I just keep it pushing.
So let me ask y'all, why do guys try to hold on to women when they feel like, okay, this person is not aligned with me anymore? Is it because y'all invest in her financially? You like, oh, this is my property at this point? Or is it like, oh, let me unplug from this girl. She's not with me. To me, I think this is just me. I think men, y'all try to hold on to women, even if y'all not interested in her and y'all be interested in somebody else. This is perception. This is my observation, but that's just me. And y'all like,
I,
oh, I ain't with her mind, body, and spirit, but I already invested hundreds of thousands of dollars in her, or whatever the case may be. Let me stick this thing out and make her life miserable.
I
I,
think
I, I think I think it's the comfortability of being in that situation, and it's like I think some men are scared to start over because we have
this is
invested the time into a person, and even though they might not, if I've been with someone 8 years and you telling me like, okay, now I got to go really get into a day where the dude could have been cheating, but now it's like it's a different feeling when you're doing it as a single person, and then you can't come home to that normalcy like you had before. So the comfortability that he has with that partner is what he don't want to lose.
I got two reasons for that. I think one is what Lee said. I think it's comfortability, and men are territorial. So once you've done everything to a girl and you've done stuff for a girl, even if you don't like them, you don't want to see another man with those person because that's kind of like that's my chick. So you like to keep them hooked enough where they won't move on yet because they think it's hope for y'all to keep working out. So you kind of every once in a while. That's why toxic men, when they see you about to get your life together, they come back and revisit you just to fuck you up a little bit
They
longer.
change their life up. They start going to church, start wearing New Balances with flannels.
All that. But the truth is, though, men hold on to a woman until they find better. If you like the best they got, they're not going to give that up because they don't know if they're going to find that. You ever notice if a dude find a better woman, he shits on the old woman, and then when it don't work out, even like in all them Tyler Perry movies, they come back to the old girl when they see like, hey, I should have stayed with you. Like that's what men do. They move on to something better, and then they be like, damn, I could have stuck it out with this girl. You know, they come back and settle when they realize that girl wasn't shit and they were chasing the wrong thing.
And then women, we so emotional. We like, oh, he loves me. He just made a mistake. You know what I say? Get your ass up out of here. Go sleep with Becky with the good hair. I'm done. I ain't got nothing for you.
Because if she call him again, he leaving again.
Trifling. I think starting over is a fear for y'all, but I think a lot of stuff is fearful for y'all. Even proposing to a woman and asking a woman, will you marry me? Y'all scared of everything, and y'all portray like y'all these big tough guys, but really y'all scared just like us women.
Scared of
And
what?
y'all just
I
don't
don't
want to
think
admit
men
it.
should ask women should they marry him unless you know
For
the
what?
woman's
You petty.
No, I'm saying unless the man know the woman's going to say yeah. I'm not going to ask a woman if I don't feel like the woman is dying for me to ask her. I'm not asking you. You should know if a woman want to marry you or not. I'm not asking her and really surprised at the answer. Like who asks a woman and not really sure if she's going to say yeah or no? That means you know this woman don't like you that much. And you like, hey, will you marry me? Like you got to know that a woman. I would think when I propose to a woman, they're going to be shaking and like, oh yes, finally. I don't want them to be sitting. I don't want to be like in shock. Like, is she going to say yeah or no? I'm not asking you in public. So you just
do y'all have those thoughts in your head though? Like, what if she say no? Or do y'all say, oh, this is my soulmate. I know we gonna vibe out. I'm about to ask her to marry me. Like, how do y'all feel? What makes y'all feel like, oh, okay, I'm about to take it to the next level?
Well, let's ask Lee because he did that.
Lee?
Well, I don't know. For me, it was something basically we talked about, and it was something I knew the answer before I did it. But then it was just about, okay, how are we going to do it? And I had a thought in mind at first. I wanted to go to Paris to do it.
Woo!
But it didn't work out that way.
Lover boy swag.
Because she was pregnant, and it was like, nah, let's. So I ended up getting a friend. It was her birthday, and it was like, oh, let's go to Miami. Like we're celebrating your birthday, and I had no problem asking. Make sure I got the ring, and it was to me it was simple. I knew what the answer was going to be because I got I got engaged on September 1st and I got married on September 23rd of the same
Well,
year.
dang.
So
Ain't out here
it wasn't.
playing, boy.
I knew what the answer was. It was just about okay, when can I do it? So it wasn't like a big mystery. I had no fear of it, and
But
I
Lee,
made
how
it
did
happen.
you feel before you proposed to her? Did you in your mind say, "Oh," and tell me if this is TMI? Oh, did you in your mind just click and say, "Yo, this is my soulmate. This is my girl. I want to propose to her. I feel comfortable." Like, did you have that self-talk moment, or did you just be like, "Nah, man, I already know we talked about this. I'm gonna just go off emotion," or was this something you had to like lead yourself up to in your mind and kind of like not talk to yourself, but affirm yourself, if you will?
So with me, I got a vision on how I see my future, and she was someone I wanted in my future. So eh, this was just the necessary steps, and it was about when. So I'm a guy. I tell my friend, like they were like, okay, this venue, I'm engaged, but this venue is free for my wedding on this date instead of the year and a half that that it might. I said, listen, if you're gonna get married anyway, just get married. So it's not about the time frame of how long it's gonna wait. So my thing, like I said, this was the person I wanted to be with. So this is the person I wanted to have a family with. I wanted to grow with. And so when it comes down to it, okay, let's get engaged because that's what you gotta do before you get married. But we already basically knew everything that was gonna go. So it wasn't like I said, I talked to myself, this is the person, but like I said, I knew the vision that I had in mind in terms of having a family with her, getting married, kids, house, cars, dog, and that was just the way it went. And so far, things been falling into places slowly but surely.
So, ladies, take that hint. When your man wants to be with you and he's your soulmate, he has a vision for you. He already sees you
Yeah.
in his future and he could plan out things. He could see where he wants you at in his life. So, ladies, when you get with a man and you feel like, is this person for me? Ask him your vision for your relationship and his vision he has for you. And that's going to tell you if this person is your soulmate, if he's somebody that's just going to be in and out, a lesson, a reason, a season, whatever the case may be. Lee, you just dropped a real
Let
you
me,
know what I'm saying, a
yeah,
bomb on me.
let me say this. Like, is again being with somebody that has vision. So if you're a woman and you engaging with a guy, what type of vision does he have on himself? If he doesn't have a vision of having some type of lifestyle that involves a wife, well, the likelihood that you're going to be a wife, like, yeah, you might be his wife, but it might just be, oh, this is just something I'm doing because that's what she wants. More than this is something that he's built himself up for to actually create that type of relationship.
Do y'all take pride in that? Like, do women rip the feeling away from a man when she's pressuring him to get married? Like, do y'all take pride in proposing to a woman and gearing up to propose to a woman, especially when it's your soulmate?
I can only speak for myself, but like, yeah, like I would take pride in marrying my wife. Like for me, just like the things that I want in life, the woman I marry, I know is going to be special to me because, again, could I get married? I could be married yesterday, but there's a specific type of woman I'm looking for, and when I find her, I'm gonna take pride in that.
Hmm. So if a woman kind of like nags you, like, oh, when we get married, you ain't proposed to me this month. We
I'll
supposed to
leave
be
yesterday.
soulmates. Does that kind of like irritate y'all as men?
If it was me, I'll leave her yesterday because if we on like, I don't even want to be with you. Like, because I already know if I want to marry you, I already know that. So if you're already on that type of time, yeah, my relationship with you ain't gonna work.
Yeah, and I got Chiz said, yeah, don't pressure me, but it's one of those things. What you as a guy, what are y'all waiting for? If
Right.
this is the person you want, like you said, you got the expiration date of a year and a half. If you don't know this, if I'm in with you and I don't know, I want to be with you, but you can't take away from the guys that don't believe in that marriage and marriage is just like a piece of paper or something like that. Then whatever y'all form, that's between you and your partner. So each relationship is going to be different. I looked at it as my parents were married for almost 30 years before my father passed away. So that was the type of family I looked at. I wanted to have a wife with this kids and be in the same house, and that's what I went and got.
It's so rare to find that nowadays for women when it comes to men. And the reason being is because, as you guys see, right, our parents they don't age like they used to because nobody wants to get old. Everybody wants to stay young forever. So to me, everybody wants to play the field. Their soulmate, they can't ever find their soulmate because they can't ever find themselves because they're too busy being somebody that they're not. So I would say a man or a woman that's comfortable with themselves, they know themselves, they have a vision, they want a future together, is very rare. So to me, it's hard to find that if it's in your hometown, if it's in a different demographic. It's just rare to find people like that. So, kudos to you, Lee. And we ain't hear nothing from you, so which means you might be the twin flame. But in the same aspect, it's tough, man.
Usually I'm the one who takes the shots at people all the time, so I know how to respond to that. This nigga on the left box laughing too hard down there. Polyamorous. I liked you better when you ain't had no service. When you was now you got a new fancy background, looking like you're on drink champs or something.
Hey, I'll be changing backgrounds every 5 minutes.
I see that too. Show, you got anything to add to that part? What's up, man?
I don't know, man. Usually I talk a lot. Usually I got the most to say. Y'all talking about soulmates, only so much I had. I don't know nothing about soulmates. I mean, y'all are all my soulmates. I'm glad we bonded on the network. I'm glad that, I met Lee back in 1999. Back in 2000. I met him in 2001. He was skinny then. Y'all all from Newburgh. Lee was like my weight, about 205. I met Ike through Lee. I met you through Lee. So technically, Lee is my soulmate, as she said, because I wouldn't have never found.
That's Aaron. Your soul brother. That's your soul brother.
Only if you got an afro. You can't be a soul brother without like some afro or some gel or some jeans or something like that. But now I know Paris like to end within a perfect hour lately. She was on this strict time schedule. So I just wanted to say, as far as soulmates go and everything like that, I think there's a soulmate out there probably for everybody. And I think that people shouldn't force themselves into bad relationships or anything just to be in one. And patience. If you wait long enough, eventually you'll find a person that, for you and that you're compatible with. Don't just go into one just to be in one, because most likely you're going to end up getting out of it and hurting somebody else.
Amen.
So before we get off, I'm going to run through these comments real quick. Haifa says everybody's story is different. Some people just find their soulmates earlier than others. There's no to this. Great job with this topic, y'all. Woog said it's over. Holly Berry.
Who are you talking to?
I'm not sure.
It gotta be you. I don't think we Holly Berry.
Pretty Ricky said exactly what I was gonna say, Lee. Woog said she might play her role well. That's her daddy fault for not warning her of ninjas like himself.
True fact.
Starting over is a fair. A lot of people don't want to do that, which is true. Man can't get with that logic, bro. Yep, because every woman don't deserve that title. And that was Chiz, don't pressure me. I seen people get, I don't even know what that word is.
Married, maybe?
What is that?
Oh, married. Yeah, probably married. Married is a short term, and people took some time. Happiness is happiness.
Man.
So just be happy. Woke said it's hard because of IG women get ass shots, boob jobs, and men are just regular. Take me as I am.
Take me as I am.
And Rick said some people find their soulmate comment on Paris Facebook page.
Damn.
You know what? Listen, Ricky, you found your soulmate on my page, and your soulmate is actually my cousin. So big ups to me for that love connection. You know what I'm saying, I'm making love connection, baby connection.
They probably was arguing over something you said, huh? You said something spicy, and then they came on there commenting.
You know it. You know me all too well. Stir the pot.
That's all the comments. We appreciate everyone that tuned in today too. Shout out to y'all.
We had a lot of guests today, so I was nicer to Paris than usual. Usually, I take at least 10 shots at Paris an episode, but I
Don't
had
do that,
some
Pretty
other
Ricky.
targets today. Whenever Ike on here, some just get into me.
Yes, I thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you for, being really, really active with us, commenting. You guys had some really, really good questions, some good advice, things like that. So keep that heat coming. I was really ready for someone to come in here and shut me down, lay me down off my opinion, but I see y'all took it easy because I'm the lady of the show. But I appreciate y'all fellas and the audience. So yeah, have a good evening.
Yeah, and I was gonna say I appreciate y'all too, man. Thanks for having me. Thanks for dealing with my technical difficulties.
Okay.
But
You know
nah,
you're
this
fuck
was
up.
fun.
And you got bootleg internet.
That's a fact.
You know you ain't paying for no net and the Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
That's a fact.
I always enjoy being on with y'all. Ike, thanks for joining us. Remember, at some point, me and Ike and Vicky will get back to it. Vicky's been MIA on us, dealing with some personal stuff, but we got Rush Hour, so be able to tune into that. So Ike could drop his philosophical knowledge on us and make sure people are in alignment.
Yeah, a lot.
Oh, Lee, I forgot to say, don't y'all be scared to join us, right? I did see Will had posted a comment, like something like, I need to come on live, right? So when we come on live, we do it every Thursday about 9:20 p.m. with different topics. If y'all want to tap in, definitely tap in. We would definitely love to have you guys as a guest, and we will welcome your opinion. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that bad. I take it easy, you know what I'm saying, just for y'all, but I might be a little tough. Depends on the day and what's in my cup.
If you from
Everybody
New York,
remember though,
you're alive.
the main point of this show is your soulmate is not in Newburgh, New York, says Paris.
No, she's right here. She's right here, but she's taken. I'm just joking.
Yeah. So anybody that's listening, y'all can all you got to do is like, yo, I want to hop on, and we'll send you the link. So
yeah, we'll put the link in the comments, and then you just let us know.
Yeah, you could get on with Show in Paris, and they could school y'all, or y'all could school them. We want to have a real interactive vibe with each other and let people. This is why we do it live, so people are able to come in and like, hey, argue against what we talking about. People want to say Paris done changed on us. She bougie. You used to be that right.
She been acting real funny.
So
yeah, people from Newburgh, let her know what it is. We still from the hood, so.
She been acting real funny since she got that dog.
Don't do my dog like that.
3 cars in the chimney with a fireplace.
Yeah, but I'm with Paris. Hey, when you from Newburgh, let them also see your glow up.
Exactly. You got to motivate and inspire and let people know
it's funny since she got that new Benz truck.
No, it's okay to step outside your comfort zone, because that's where the magic happens, outside your comfort zone. I love my hometown. I would never, ever, deny where I'm from. I've been through the struggle, been through the hood, but sometimes you got to step outside your comfort zone, like I said. And your soulmate, guys, is in a different demographic. It's in a different comfort zone. Step over here where the grass is greener. I promise you won't be disappointed.
How can y'all trust somebody with a mic like that?
Don't do that. This is a big mic. I told you I love big mics. But anyways, guys, y'all have a wonderfully great evening. Thanks for rocking with us. Rock with us next week. Same time, same place. Join us. Peace.
Later.
Later.